somebody else's print work.
No problem. Give people just a couple more minutes. This class probably won't take a full hour. It's pretty short and to the point, so that's good.
I'll be right back.
Austin, you look like you're getting organized behind you with your whiteboards. That's awesome.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. Hey, I added you to a ton of Facebook groups this morning.
Yeah, I saw
Sorry if
that.
it blew your phone up.
Do I?
I said, sorry if it blew your phone up.
Oh, no, that's perfect. I just have to, I have to reply.
Yeah. That creative one will probably be one of the biggest ones you'll use because that was the one I was talking about yesterday where it'll just give you stuff that you can basically copy and paste. So.
Okay. Now the ideas, referrals, and technology.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for me to link these just to my business page, or do I have to link it to my whole profile?
I think you have to link it to a profile. I think your business page is separate. Like, I don't think that you can like follow groups from a business page, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get going here. So welcome everybody. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you all the time. So this is not necessarily a new momentum class, but they did update it. So again, there's some new scripts, dialogue, and maybe some other information that they've thrown in here. So it'll be pretty cool to get some new stuff for this course. And the purpose of this class is to kind of help guide you to stay in flow with your clients through a 33 touch process or strategy that this class has come up with, which will help you increase your referral and repeat business with your clients. So first, we're going to look at the no, do, have sheet. So this is a snapshot of like everything you need to know, do, and have basically for this strategy. So not a ton of dialogue, as you can see, but lots of things that you can use that will make for great follow-ups or touches to your clients that know and like you, basically. So remember that typically everyone you know knows at least 5 people who will buy or sell this year. So, oops. Getting K Money in here. Oh, there he is. Okay. Hey, K Money. So anyway, remember that typically everyone you know knows at least 5 people who will buy or sell this year. So we want to first break down who those people are so you kind of know who to reach out to. So first, we're going to talk about your advocates. So these are people who know you, like you, and are kind of just all about you. They wouldn't necessarily do business with anybody but you, and they wouldn't have anyone that they know do business with anybody but you. So these are your like solid people that you have really great relationships with that are going to refer you most of the time. And then the next category is like your friends, family, or acquaintances. So these are people who know you, like you, and probably given the opportunity would do business with you, or maybe have others do business with you as well. So again, kind of like your advocates, you might have some good relationships with them, but they might not be as solid. And then finally, your past or present working relationships. So these are people who have discovered kind of what working with you is all about. So your buyers, sellers, maybe some FSBOs, or participants in listing or buying conversations that you've had. So can you guys think of anybody else that you would consider a network member outside of these 3?
Vendors.
Vendors, yes.
Yeah, like insurance agents and lenders and stuff.
Yeah, vendors are a great opportunity for you to talk with, build relationships with. They will also refer to you. Great idea, Kyle. Anybody else? I know that it can kind of fall into all three of these categories, but I kind of like to think that social would be here as well. So anybody that's kind of on your social media could fall into these three categories as well. But I would kind of keep social maybe as a separate network member category, which also gives you a lot of opportunity to reach out, build from, engage with, things like that. So think about people that you have maybe on your social media accounts as well. So now let's break down kind of the 33 touch program that they talk about. And before we do that, I just want you guys to remember that this touch program is not designed to create network members or create leads. It's just designed to keep you in flow, keep that conversation and that touch base moving throughout your year. So this is kind of what the 33 touch program looks like. We begin with consistent contacts. So that's about 16 touches for you for a year. So the content or the contact must be professional in appearance, whether that be like a newsletter, postcard, door hanger, something. Consider it being something of value. So information that maybe they don't know about, or maybe that's like, I don't know, like a magazine with tips and tricks, just anything that would bring value to them. And also something that's going to be consistent. I know a lot of other seasoned agents, they really like to do things that are remembered. So I can think of like Tony Farr, he does one of his contacts through that yearly Halloween coloring contest, you know, so it's something that they look forward to every year. So you can kind of think along those lines when creating something like that. So some examples of proven contacts would be like recipe cards or videos, home ownership tips and articles, thinking of you or thank yous, anniversaries, birthdays, things like that. Maybe some newsletters or video blogs containing like just sold homes, average days to offer or days to close, book of the month, recipe of the month, quote of the month, homeowner tip. I mean, really, it can go as big as you want it to. You just have to be creative. Some other things might be like buyer-specific mortgage rates or supply and demand updates. Any of our market information that we put together for our quarterly stats, utilize those too if you want. Or maybe some seller-specific neighborhood updated reports, things like that. So it also says here that Tier 1 agents should not consider monthly newsletters, but I kind of disagree with that statement. I think that if you want to do newsletters and you can come up with a creative way, you can go ahead and do that, especially if you're looking into a farming area of some kind, or maybe a certain condo complex, or even a local business. So you can do things like that, I think, even if you're relatively new, to get your name out there. So who's doing other cool stuff or unique things? What are you guys doing along these lines? Have you seen any cool things that other people are doing too? That's another good question.
The newsletters are always nice. I used to get those from Mark Hammock. He used to send them to me.
Yeah.
Before I moved down here. So yeah, they're nice to have, as long as they're, you know, you don't pile them on. You know, it's not like every week or every couple of days you're getting something. I think that new program that we've got for listing and selling, I think that's just an awesome program and well worth $25 to follow up for you.
Yeah, that Pro Power follow-up program. Yeah, I put that in this class too. That thing is huge. Like, and it takes a lot of weight off of you guys because it just does it for you. Like, you don't even have to think about it. And it's pretty cost effective. And they do send some pretty cool stuff. Like I've seen and I've had some stuff sent, like their welcome kit's really cool. Their little magazines that they put together are really nice. Even the postcards that they do are really nice. And it's all branded to you guys. Like it has your pictures, your team logos, whatever. It's really cool. I know that Jeff had some good ideas for your top 50 this week in that broker tip that I shared. So you can even think about things that have to do with end of the year, like maybe changing filters or getting your chimney checked or checking your roof, you know, whatever that might be. Those might be some things of value. and maybe see how, or maybe you could touch base and just see if it's a recent client, you know, how they love that property, how it's doing for them, if they've run into any issues since they bought it or moved or just anything like that too is a good check-in as well. But the main point is just get creative about, you know, the content and how you want to show it. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, which makes this really cool because you can really branch off of it and make it your own and make it really solid and something that people kind of look forward to. So let's keep going with some other ideas. So some other touches in this 33 touch program that you should consider are birthday contacts. So 2 touches a year, obviously, especially if it's a couple. Maybe include the kids here too, if they have kids. You could do a birthday card or a video to both husband and wife, or maybe their family. Use generic cards if you're going to send cards. Obviously, make sure that they're gender specific or something like that. But that's a good contact. You could also consider Father's Day cards, or just any holiday, really. You know, pick a holiday, pick something that they would appreciate, and use that to your advantage. I know Jeff's team does a mailing every year where they kind of include a dollar like scratcher ticket when they check in. That's another cool idea, but obviously don't break yourself either if you know you're just getting into the industry or whatever. Keep it cost effective for your business, but if you can, that's another solid idea. Thank you and thinking of you contacts. So you can do this about 8 times. So you can send a thank you card or a video referral or just anything personal like that. You could also consider handwriting something with these too, because everybody kind of likes that personal touch, makes it a little bit more personal. And then finally, just telephone calls. Maybe do this about 4 times. Call each person in your network about 4 times a year. Always have a reason for calling. Maybe you're doing like a giveaway. Maybe it's just a thinking of you or a thank you. Or an anniversary, just any of those other ideas. But I think that there is value in a call. So I would definitely consider it. And if you don't feel comfortable necessarily, you might be new with calling like that, then I would do like a video text or a video and send it that way. So again, we touched on Pro Power because Jean was awesome enough to utilize that idea. I just want to remind you guys that it is there. It's $25 per client. You can either sign up at the time of closing with your closing cover sheet, or you can email anybody on our leadership team and we'll add them to the spreadsheet and then add that charge to your monthly bill. What's great about it is, like I said, lots of really good content that they get, takes it off your shoulders, but it also like saves you some time too. So just, it's out there. You don't have to use it, but I definitely would recommend it. So what are some other ways that you can do touches besides mailings?
I got bumped out, so I missed that.
What are some other things that you can do besides mailings, like besides postcards or newsletters?
Well, I know Jeff and I think everybody in Remax is getting to the video emails.
Mm-hmm.
Are becoming huge. Everybody wants to see video on your
Video.
either for emails or your social networks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
that's
Social posts are really good too. I would definitely consider, if you're farming an area or if you're working with a specific neighborhood or complex, you might consider maybe setting up like a Facebook group even, and you can post all these touches kind of within that group as well. There's just a lot. There's email, you know, bomb, just different things. So don't feel like you have to break the bank or break your business by trying to mail something all the time. Get creative and use different platforms because that'll save you time and money as well. So let's talk about a way that you can also ask for referrals. So this kind of breaks down like one of those touches as far as a call goes. And I know that some of these scripts are pretty structured, and a lot of us, like, we we look at them and we're like, oh man, I don't know if I'd say it that way or whatever, but that's okay. Take them and make them your own because that's what they're there for. But it just kind of got me thinking about this one. So I wanted to read it and see like how you guys would maybe change up a little bit of it. So this one's like, hi, this is Kaylin from Remax Lake of the Ozarks. How's the family? How's the job? Great. I'm calling because I attended an event the other day and learned that every person I know will know at least 5 people this year who would want to buy or sell real estate. That got me thinking, why don't I just put together a list of people I know who wouldn't mind helping me grow my business? And your name came to mind. It's the first one. Would you be offended if I put you on the list? Yes or no is what will come from them. If they ask what's involved, then you can say, all that's required is that you let me know when you hear from someone wanting to buy or sell a home, and or you refer my name to people asking if you know a good realtor. And then you can finish up the conversation from there. But with that script, like I said, it's a little lengthy. You want to make it your own. So what are your guys' some of your ideas? Would you even consider a call like that? How would you think that?
Now that I read it, yeah, it's not bad. That's good dialogue.
It is good dialogue. It definitely gives a purpose to the call. Gives you an opportunity to gain information that you can follow back up with to like asking like when their birthday is or maybe their anniversary, things like that. Would you consider doing it a different way other than phone? I mean, you could do video, you could do texting.
I just remind them that like most of the people that buy a house here, they're in some sort of business where they have to get clients.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I say, hey, just as much as you love referrals, we love them just as much. And then something, you know, along trying to make it like, because this one to me makes it feel like, when's your birthday? That way that way I have an excuse to reach out to you to tell you happy birthday, which I really don't give a shit about, but you might send me a referral.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah. I don't
And
know.
that's exactly like my thought that I wanted you guys to convey is like, absolutely, Kyle. We probably at the end of the day don't give a shit when the birthday is, but yeah, you're basically asking for an opportunity. So I think that we do have to dig into these scripts a little bit and get creative about presenting them. So you brought up a good point though. How are you guys currently like asking for maybe testimonials, for example?
That's funny. I just downloaded 4 or 5 different letters that you can send to past clients or someone you know for referrals. And I haven't really gone through them yet, but I've been taking the Daryl Davis seminars
Good.
and coaching and stuff like that. Through, you know, it's through Remax, and he's got a superb deal going right now on it because of COVID. I mean, they've dropped it. I think it's like $47 a month or something like that. It's ridiculous. It's like $5 for your first 30 days. If you don't like it, you get out. And then it's $47 a month after that. And the resources, the dialogues, the flyers, I mean, it's unbelievable the stuff they have that goes to the agents that sign up for that.
That's awesome.
He gives you his personal phone number for text messages. If you get in a bind and you need something right away, he has a personal phone number that he gives you just to text him.
Wow.
So I mean, the support system is excellent. So far, so good. I really got a lot out of it. I really got a lot out of it. And some of the stuff that I told you, Kaylin, about, you know, things to maybe add to the classes, that's where that's coming from. All those ideas are his ideas, not all mine.
No, I think that that's perfect. And I appreciate you sharing. And if you do get, you know, some of those letter formats or maybe some good scripts or something, share them with us or share them with me and I'll throw them out, you know, in a specific class or just in an email or something. That's really great.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've been in real estate, well, for 3 years this time. Before that, I had another 2-year stint. But I just flew by the seat of my pants because I was well known. There were people around me, plenty of family and stuff like that. Now I'm in a different place, and I have to learn these new structures on how to deal with everybody else out there, other than just the people I know.
I'm really glad that you brought that up because I know, Austin is new to the industry, and so is Jordan in this class, and they don't really come from a real estate background like some agents do. So one idea that just popped into my head is, for newer agents, you guys can use some of this format or some of these scripts and take them and maybe go around and door knock with something that's like, hey, I'm a new agent. I'm introducing myself, things like that. You can do that with a call. You can do that with a video. Definitely do it on social media. Just introducing yourself to the industry. Maybe throw in things like, I'm a local expert on such and such, or I have these stats, or, just anything that kind of shows your value. I think that that's a really powerful tool as well. Like, don't be afraid to go door knock. Don't be afraid to go to open houses. Don't be afraid to go to social events and just kind of throw yourself at people in creative ways. So if you don't have anything like this, like script wise or content wise, but you want to set something up similar, just follow kind of these setup tips. So create a list of names, which you guys should be doing anyway for your total CRM or SOI. Make your initial call with some dialogue similar to this. Input your names into your database program. I would consider having note sections. So whatever conversation comes from that call, you can make really detailed notes. So the next time you call, you can follow up on certain things that were said. Shows that you were listening, basically. Consider mailing an 8 and 8 campaign, which we'll talk about in a second. Or you can mail thank you or thinking of you cards. Depends on the size of your CRM or your SOI. And then wait 1 month and then begin phone calls again. So, you want to space yourself out. You don't want to oversaturate, obviously, but just there's no right or wrong time frames. Like, I know it says 8 and 8 here. You can do 16 and 16, 33 and 33, whatever works for your schedule, but you just got to be consistent with whatever you pick. So whatever you want to use, just follow up on those time frames that you've delegated. So now let's get creative and talk about video, which I know you guys love me talking about, right? You just can't wait to do video, and I keep harping about it. But this is why you should do video, or at least consider it. So it's a very powerful tool. It incorporates a lot into your business plan, saves you a lot of time. It shows who you really are, puts that face with a name, and also displays your personality. People love videos. Like, people are watching them all the time. If it actually doesn't have a video, they're pretty turned off by it at this point. You have about 8 seconds, like 3 to 8 seconds to capture them. So make sure whatever opening you're going to do or your dialogue that you're going to use is kind of powerful at the beginning so you don't lose them. It definitely helps with establishing credibility for yourself. And I know I said save time, but it saves time because you can reuse them. Like, if you think far enough ahead and you're creating videos, create them in a way that the next time you have a client that's coming to meet you, you can share that same video that you shared with the last client. Because that's just going to save you time. And it kind of just delivers a better experience, I think. I mean, we're all in a different tech age now. And people want things, right now, the information right now. And there's no better way to do that than like we are right now, just video format. So, favorite question. Anybody doing video yet? Come on.
I'm building scripts in my head.
That's good. That's a start. I'll take it. Gene. Why? Like, that's the next question. If you're not doing it.
Camera shy.
Confidence issues. It's okay. It's everybody's fear.
I started yesterday, so there's that.
Right? Yeah, I feel like I'm too new.
It's on next week's schedule.
Yeah, there you go. I just want to keep encouraging you guys. I know you probably get annoyed with me being on a soapbox about it, but I just really believe in it. I think it has a lot of power. And people around here, I mean, I'm watching them. I'm on all of our competitions, websites, and things like that. I'm just not seeing as much as what we could be seeing. And I think that gives you guys a ton of opportunity to leverage. And the farther that we go here without leveraging it, the more other people are going to. So just think about that. We're kind of on a ticking time bomb, if that makes any sense. So now we're going to talk around some scripts. And this time I'm not going to pick on people. So that's a good thing, right? So this class offers, like I said, that 8 and 8 follow-up script option. So what that means is these are used to send once a week for 8 weeks. So you're going to use one of these scripts. You're going to send them once a week for 8 weeks. And you can, again, have any of these timelines be what you want. If you'd rather do like a 10 and 10, maybe a 7 and 7, whatever, you can do that. This is just what is kind of recommended. And the reason why they do an 8 and 8, by the way, is because they've taken some time to statistically look at it. And it usually takes about 8 weeks, especially if a person doesn't know you as an agent or a salesperson, for you to become top of mind to them. So that's why 8 is kind of that magic number. So I know some of you, again, have some hard times with these scripts, but the way that I wanted to do this today was kind of pick and choose some of these. I'm going to read them out, and then I kind of want to see what you guys think of them, or maybe how you would make them your own. So I want to cover one of each on these slides. And the words in the box on these are the actual script, and the words above it are just kind of giving you like a summary snapshot of what you're trying to convey. So let's look at this first one. Before listing your home with a realtor, it's important to understand there are definite differences in the way real estate professionals prefer to behave. I choose to behave as a real estate consultant, and as such, will take a consultative and strategic approach to selling your home. In the coming weeks, you will receive an overview of the strategies I use not only to differentiate myself, but also to create a win-win working relationship with sellers. To be continued. So, what did you guys like about it?
It just seems super, it just sounds like a script.
It is.
It doesn't sound like something that a normal person, like an everyday person, would really want to hear. They just get it and be like, oh, somebody typed up 1,000 of these and just sent them out.
Absolutely.
So,
And I
Stuffy.
totally agree with that.
Stuffy, like like she
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
very
Okay,
tight.
so how could we change it up to where it wouldn't be stuffy? Or how would you change it up maybe?
Well, I'd use some of the wording, but I use it in more of a personal manner.
Okay. I like that. Keeping
Um,
it personal.
Yeah,
We
I don't
try
know
and
exactly
settle
how I would say it right off the top of my head, but I'm not sure. Like,
That's okay. I'm just
Maybe
trying
how
to
I would, how I
think
would
of-
say it, but I mean, I get the general idea of it. You just have to like most things, you have to make it your own.
Mhm. What were you gonna say, Jordan?
just make it make it a little warmer. It just seems really cold, like you don't actually care. Just maybe personalize it to the person that you're sending it to.
Yep. I would definitely use this one as a more personal approach. I probably would kind of take out that second section where it's like I choose to behave as a real estate consultant and stuff like that. I would maybe change that up, like you guys were saying, with the personal touch of like, my goal is to have a really great relationship with you, to help you with anything that you might need or want, and kind of word it a little bit more like that, and a little bit more not as stuffy, a little bit more laid back, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be. Have you ever listed with a realtor before?
Yeah, that's a good question.
If you haven't, there's, and if you have, we're all different. We all a lot of us do things different, but we're all out for the same reason, and that's to make our customers happy, take care of them.
Yes.
And, you know, I like to take it as a, as I'm kind of teaching you about real estate, you know, that would be the real estate consultant stuff,
Mm-hmm.
showing you what it actually does take, how we're going to do it, you know, pictures, videos, uh, different types of mailings we'll do out and stuff like that, how we use social media. And that's how I differentiate myself. I do different things than some others, and some, you know, one person may do it only this way and somebody else does it this way. Well, I try to use every avenue there is until we've got a win-win for both of us.
I agree.
And,
That's awesome.
and it doesn't cost you a dime unless your house sells.
There you go. That's impactful. It's good. Good job, Gene. I love it. Let's keep going. So number 4. So selling your home is a team effort. As your real estate consultant, I will not overpromise or underperform. Instead, we will agree on exactly what you can expect from me as your listing consultant and what I can expect from you as my partner. To be continued. You're kind of breaking down the listing, the 5 stages of a listing ever so slightly, or converting a listing. So we're just trying to tell our clients here that we cover mutual expectations on both sides and we take it seriously. So again, what did you guys like about it? How would you maybe change it up?
They're all really stuffy, like, you know, like Jordan said earlier. They're just so script tight that you just need to make them your own. You need to change up some of the wording, get across the same point, but make it more personable.
Yeah. Like exactly what you can expect. Exactly. Nothing's exact. Like, but we need to be on the same page. Like, let's get together and have some coffee. We can get on the same page, see what you're looking for. I'd love to see you soon. Something like that. That's just so much.
I know. I actually kind of like the wording above it, to be honest. Like, conflict only arises when expectations differ.
Yeah.
So I think like taking just small snips of that one and just being like, you know, like you said, Jordan, can we meet for coffee? I just want to like let you know that, you know, you're going to be my priority. And, you know, there's certain things that I will do. There's certain things that I need from you. And I just want to make sure that we're on the same page, or just, you know, something a little less structured.
Yeah.
Number 5, frequent, effective communication is the key to a good working relationship. As your real estate consultant, I will not forget about you once the sign goes in the yard. Instead, I will call you weekly with updates on all showings, open houses, and any changes that have occurred in the marketplace. I think this one's a big one because a lot of people who, you know, get into transactions with agents, I think that this is a common fear of, well, I just hired you as an agent and now I'm worried that my agent's going to disappear on me through this process. So again, got to get creative here. I know it's stuffy, but what else could you maybe do or say to get this point across?
I like this one. And just get rid of the first sentence.
Yep.
And
That's
just
what
keep the last 3. Yeah, because that first one's kind of weird, but if you just, you know, started it with one objection many people have is that
Finishing this up.
agent.
Evan, were you
that'll be
earlier?
Yeah, I agree, Kyle. I think you're right. Like, kind of just facing that objection head on.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I would even do this one. Like, I thought about it when I read through it, and I would even consider doing this one like as a social media post or a video.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
That's a good idea.
And I'm like, my priority is to serve you. So you don't have to worry about when that sign goes in the yard that I'm going to disappear. Or so I put my own like fun twist on it if I could. But I do agree with you, Kyle. I kind of like it, but that it's those big words that make it sound so scripted.
I usually start with asking them, you know, is it is it okay that I contact you once a week or so, just to keep in touch, see how things are going, let you know what's happening. I will be emailing you if there's anything special coming up with the updates, how many showings you're getting. You can see that through this portal. It'll tell you, through showing time or whatever. So that's usually the way I handle that.
I love that point, Gene, and I'm glad that you brought it up because that was another thing I thought about this one where it says, I'll call you weekly. I would say something like, I will contact you on whatever basis you would like that to happen. Something
Right.
along those lines.
You're working for them, so you want to ask them what they want.
Absolutely.
It's not what you want or when you can do it. It's when they're available.
Great
It's good
idea.
for them. Otherwise, you're really going to tick them off.
Yeah.
Super.
All right, I have to leave. I have a meeting, but
Okay.
thank you very much.
No problem, Gene. Thank you. We're almost through these two guys, but let's do the last one for sellers. So number 8. So a working relationship should not be set to fail from the very beginning. As your real estate consultant, I will not sell you blue sky or tell you what I think you want to hear. Instead, I will be totally honest about the options you have based on your specific needs. Austin, you want me to pick on you? You like, no.
You can. I just had to step out for a second for a video, but so I just got back in.
Look at you doing video. Good job. Would you do something like postcard 8? I mean, or how would you kind of maybe change up the wording?
I mean, that's kind of how, just in the few calls I've made or a few conversations I've had since I've started, that's kind of how I've gone about it, pretty much. Like, I'm a pretty straight to the point person, so I don't want. I actually had a call this morning where a guy was like, we don't want, or we want you to sell our condo, but we don't want to pay commission. And I'm like, well, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, we can't really do that.
Right.
I was
Can't
like,
have one without the other, kind of.
yeah, and I was like, but I can tell you that, like, you're gonna get honest feedback from me every week. We're gonna sell your condo faster than you can by yourself. We have access to all these other agents, all these people that you don't have the access to.
Excellent.
So that's probably one of, I didn't see a couple of the ones before this, but that's one that I probably like and that I would probably use, kind of because it's straight to the point. And some people want to be like, what do you call it? Like, some people want the blue sky or want to be told what they want to hear in the beginning, and then there's other people that are just like, just don't give me any of the BS. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's really valid points. And again, I would maybe change up some of the wording to exactly how you said it, Austin, just that laid back, like, I understand that you don't want to pay commission, but really that's not how this business works, unfortunately. Yeah. And what I can promise you is that I'm going to outperform, and I'm going to get that sold way faster than probably what you're capable of because of my resources. Yeah. And I'm going to be honest with you the whole way. So
yeah,
like, I think that's really good. Good job. All right, now we're going to kind of switch to buyers before we finish up this class. So transition your mind to the buyer mindset, kind of the same thing. So postcard number 2. So focus is 98% of success. As your real estate consultant, I will not throw you into a car and show you 20 to 50 homes in hopes that you just settle for one. Instead, I will use a proactive approach that begins with a face-to-face meeting so we can focus on the needs you have for your perfect home. Needs you have in your perfect home, sorry. It's good. Some big words, again, in there that maybe shouldn't be used. Stuffiness. I, again, read this one and I thought maybe like a fun, maybe humorous video would be good. I could, like, I don't know, my brain just goes like creative places because I come from a background in high school where like I was in all of like the improv groups and I did all the plays and stuff. So like I go that direction, but I kind of saw some like a couple agents or maybe a team, like somebody pretending to be a client, getting into a car and be like, I'd love to go show homes, but I'm not going to do it all day. And I don't want to take you to go do it all day, and making it kind of funny. I don't know. Just a thought.
I know, like, when I've talked to people, just like doing business with people, a line that I've always liked is like, just coming right out and saying, I'm not going to waste your time or mine.
Yes,
And
that's a good one.
As that line, I'm like, okay. Like, I'm instantly more willing to do something with them if they just come out and they're like, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time.
Right. Yeah. I agree. Good idea. All right. Number 3, you do not want to fall in love with a home that you cannot buy. As your real estate consultant, I will not put my needs above yours by tempting you with homes that fall outside of your financial comfort zone. Instead, I will respect your finances by showing you only homes that meet your predetermined financial needs.
I don't like the first part of it, but I like the premise of it. I just think it just needs to be worded differently. But I've had real estate agents who showed me a house that was 50,000 over and didn't tell me that till afterward.
Right.
And, I think something like this is definitely, it just needs to be changed around a little bit. Not a whole lot, but I mean, that goes back to the last one where you don't want to waste their time or yours. Like, I'm going to show you things that fit in what you're looking for. It kind of falls in the same category as the last one.
Yeah, that, like, I'm going to show you stuff that meets your needs and that is around that financial requirement for you. Because,
exactly.
Who does like to get their hopes up and then just drastically get let down? Nobody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, something along those lines, very laid back, I think, is the best way for that.
Yeah.
5, a working relationship should not be set up to fail from the very beginning. As your real estate consultant, I will not sell you the blue sky or tell you what you want to think or need to hear. Instead, I will be totally honest about your options based on your specific need. Again, going back to that, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to shoot it straight, zero bullshit, basically, right? No overpromising.
Yeah.
And then finally, the last one. So again, my priority is to keep you informed through the process. As your consultant, I will not lose focus and allow things to fall apart once the option period has expired. Instead, I will stay in weekly contact with all parties until the keys to your new home are successfully placed in your hands.
Yeah, I think that's really important to let them know that you're going to stay on top of everything. The wording isn't even bad on this one either. It's sounds like something you could actually say to somebody.
I would find some a thesaurus. I can't ever say that right, but or consultant. I feel like we use consultant all the time. Not that that's a bad word, but yeah. I would just get creative and just be like, as your go-to agent, or I'd have fun with it. I wouldn't be so hard with that word all the time, if that makes any sense.
You could also be a little bit more specific with this one too. I'll stay in contact with all of the parties. I'll make sure the inspection passes. I'll make sure anything that appeared on the inspection we talk about.
Your appraisal.
Exactly. We'll go through it all together so that you're as informed as I am.
One thing that I love that Mel says a lot, and either one of these sellers or buyers, just when she meets with people, Jeff does a really good job too, when they're just like, you know what, we're a team, we're in this together. If you fail, I fail. If you win, I win. And keep using certain wording like that to where it's we, not I, we're a team, things like that really kind of solidifies it and makes it feel more like a friendship, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so if you plan to go the video route, consider this. Follow each postcard with a personalized video, or do video first and maybe a phone call after, summarizing maybe the message or the main points, or consider calls to action too. call me back if you like this, or go and like my page on Facebook, those kind of call to actions. Any videos recorded can be sent directly to your target audience via text message, email, or posted on social media platforms. And then to wrap this course up, what are some other things outside of like flyer, postcards, or video that you can do? Or maybe apps that you guys have found really works for you?
Phone call,
Phone call.
visiting them.
Yep, visiting. I think there's always value in a face-to-face interaction. And then Jeff always says it's a lot harder for people to tell you no when you're face-to-face with them.
Yeah, well, I would way rather go and door knock every person than call them. The problem is it takes forever.
Oh
And
my
they don't live
God.
here, so
I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. I feel like when you break it down, it should probably be the opposite as far as confidence level, but I would much rather like door knock for a year than pick up the
Yeah.
phone. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
well, because it's like people are really tough when they don't have to look at you.
Yeah.
So
So true. So some other things that you might consider is like I'm a big Canva component or Canva fan. So you can utilize a lot of their stuff and maybe do some like animated posts, or maybe take some of these scripts and put it on like a flyer or Facebook post or cover or whatever. Or maybe do a personalized card, like I said too. So don't be afraid to get creative and have fun. And again, the whole purpose is to keep building your client base, and then also for all of those clients to send you repeat business. And the way that that's going to happen is if they know, like, and trust you, if they find value in the stuff that you're sending them. That's why I see a lot of our agents in our company do things like recipe cards or certain specific things that go towards their property. Maybe they wanted like, a sunscreen for their dock or something. So somebody sends them different vendors for that. I mean, the more value that you can push, the more that people are going to want to stay in contact with you. Any questions? Cool. You guys are awesome.
thank you.
Thank you. I hope
Appreciate
you have
it.
a good day.
Have you gotten a lot of feedback from the? Have you gotten a lot of feedback from the whatever it's called?
Oh, the survey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get some pretty good responses, and I'm kind of going through there right now and just figuring out kind of the similarities of certain things, so I can kind of figure out where to take it. But I do really appreciate everybody's feedback. I was really grateful that no one hammered me too hard. So
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what's the next one? Tuesday?
yeah, next week, Tech and Touch events. You guys
Oh yeah.
or need to come. We can watch it together. I'll bring some treats even.
Oh
And
shit.
yeah, we'll
Get
have some
big.
fun. Yeah, we'll have some
All
fun.
right. All right. Sounds good. I'll be there.
All right. Thanks, Kyle.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome, girl. Thanks.
Yeah.